Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pitmaster X, and today we're gonna see if we can make a beautiful smoke ring on ribs while cooking them on a gas grill. Of course, it all starts with this beautiful slab of pork ribs, right? And I got a barbecue rub here, and this is the coffee rub that we made another video, which I put the link up here. And but it's very easy. We're gonna use this rub, and to finish it off and make it suitable from beef to use on pork, we're just gonna add sugar. Not just a bit of sugar, a lot of sugar. So we're gonna add half the amount of sugar to the rub, close the lid and give it a good shake. We created the rub and now we want to put it on our spare ribs. Let's just flip this because there's still a membrane here that we want to take off. Lift it up carefully and just in one pull remove the membrane from the ribs. Now she's ready to take on the rub, but of course we need something to make it stick. So I'm using a little bit of olive oil. Time to put on the rub. This rub is perfect for our pork ribs. I will put the recipe down below in the video description so you guys can check that out. Beautiful. Now I said we are going to smoke this on a gas grill. Now how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to use one of these tubes. We'll just load her up. Got a handful of chips, so we'll just load that up. So we'll add a little bit of whiskey barrel as well. Let's get some of it in there. Completely filled up. Close it off. There we go. So this is the Napoleon Rogue. It has 3 burners. That's also a Napoleon Rogue, but it has 2 burners. I'm using the 3 burners today. And we're just gonna get the grill grate off. And what we want to do is take this smoker tube, and with the openings I'm going to place it over the burner, and I have only one burner set on, so the flames are coming up from the burner going into the smoker tube, and we'll start producing smoke to smoke our ribs with. So we're just going to take our slab of ribs, place it over the indirect side right there. It's going to take around 10 to 15 minutes to get this smoker tube to smoke. So we're just going to close the lid and set the temperature to around 110 degrees Celsius, which is 225 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been around 20 minutes and our smoking tube has finished smoking. So let's take a look. Now we can clearly see that there's the beginning of coloration here, smoke coloration. You know, we really want that mahogany red in our ribs, and we start to see that red color, but we definitely want a little bit more, so I'm gonna refill my smoking tube and ready to go back on the grill. So we'll let her smoke for another 20 minutes and then we'll start wrapping our ribs. We've been smoking these spare ribs now for 40 minutes and they picked up the color that we want. So it's gonna have like this beautiful nice smoke ring. I'm taking it off the grill and we're gonna wrap it in foil. Now before we're going to wrap this, we're going to add a little bit of butter. Now wrap it tight. And back on the grill. Now we're going to let it sit for maybe 2.5 hours. Until it's fully done, and at the end we're gonna make a nice barbecue sauce to go with it. We're just gonna brush it off and we're gonna have a delicious spare ribs. We are almost 2 hours into cooking these ribs, and now we're going to start working on our barbecue sauce. So I have my pan right here. I got an onion, which we're going to dice, of course. So we'll put this in our pan and we'll add a little bit of olive oil. Then we're going to set it on our sizzle zone, and this is perfect. You know, we got this grill, we got our ribs smoking, we'll set up the sizzle zone, and voila! You can start sweating these onions. In the meantime, we're going to chop fine some garlic. There we go, that's enough for the garlic. Add that to the onion. Then we're going to slice a red jalapeno. We're going to add that as well. I'll add a little bit of extra butter just to give it that creamy, smooth flavor. The onions have turned soft. We're going to add a can of popped tomatoes. There we go. I'm going to add the juice of 1 lemon. Before you're going to squeeze the lemon, just roll it around on your board until it turns soft. That will allow the juices to come out much more easy. Now we're going to build the barbecue flavor. We're going to add balsamic vinegar, 50 milliliters. We're going to add Lee Perkins's Worcester sauce, also around 50 milliliters. And then we're going to add 50 grams of brown sugar, 25 grams of maple syrup, 25 milliliters. And I want to add 2 or 3 tablespoons of our barbecue rub, just to make sure that the flavors match up. We'll let this simmer for around 15 minutes, and then we're going to blend it into a really fine sauce. I'm taking the sauce off the grill. Be careful, the side handles can be hot. And I'm putting it in my blender. There we go. Open her up. Wow, it's a sharp sauce, but man, it looks beautiful. So let's take a look at these ribs. Ooh yeah. Well, the ribs almost seem to be done, and they got a nice pull away from the bone, but I just want to poke the meat a little bit to see how tender it is. And if you stop feeling the resistance, then they're pretty much done. So we're going to place the ribs on the grill grate, and we got all these juices here in the aluminum foil. We just don't want to waste that. That's basically like a very nice broth. So what we're going to do is take our jar with barbecue sauce and pour all of the juices in there. And we're going to carefully stir it until it's fully mixed. So we're going to brush on some of that beautiful sauce that we created. Close the lid, and we're gonna let it go for another half hour. And with the last light of the day, we're gonna take the ribs off. I almost say this was perfect timing. Look at that. Beautiful, right? And it's gorgeous. Of course, we want to know, is there a smoke ring? Is there smoke flavor? So there's only one thing we can do. Slice into it, right? Oh yeah, we definitely got a nice smoke ring. Beautiful. Well, as you can see, yes, I can pull it off, and so can you. A gorgeous smoke ring on a spare rib, made on a gas grill. It's not impossible. Look it up.